card next year, which is of course going to have to be a good year because he'll have very little money from this year, and it all works on a 2-year ranking system. So he's here in Barnsley this weekend, just trying to earn as much money as he can to stick it on his ranking to try and make the job a little bit easier.
137.
When he starts in 2023. 127 won't go.
87.
But he does leave himself nicely placed on his favourite double on the board. Could be 3 on the spin for Ryan Searle.
60.
He thought he was in, but he always thinks that.
Game
that one
shot.
is in. You can go and get them, Ryan. Probably needed to fill that up to apply any real pressure, but the 160 is a good finish, albeit a big one. Oh, it was a clear path to the bullseye, and he can't even find the big 20.
45.
And with a player like Ryan Searle, 160 is not out of the question. Because it's a simple formula. Throw treble 20s and then one at double top.
80.
And it's his turn to end up the wrong side of that wire between the 20 and the 1. A little bit ropey. Oh, another one in there.
42.
Well, none of that was convincing, was it? Double 10. And there we go. Ryan Searle, no messing around at all. Great visit. Maximum from Ross the Boss.
$100.
A lot of very exciting young talent from the Emerald Isle at the minute. Keane Barry from Ireland. Josh Rock from Northern Ireland. Another Northern Irish youngster in Nathan Rafferty, a World Youth Championship finalist, of course.
140.
Things are looking good. Not looking good for Keane Barry in this leg, though, because that's a slip.
36.
And look where Ross is. It's that double 18 again. That's not a good one. That one is, though. 14 darter, break of throw. Ross Montgomery into the lead. Well, he's gone out in the last leg decider to Dave Chisnell.
91.
But Luke Humphreys, the top seed, has taken care of business against Danny Jansen, only dropping a leg. Cool hand Luke, a 6-1 victory. So some shocks, some disappointing results for guys chasing spots at the World Match Play. Scott Williams really does look like he could get there, but you can't underestimate how nervy it is, particularly for players looking to make a debut at the World Match Play. Chris Dobey missed out on the match play a couple of years running when he was in the provisional spots and barely won a game in weekends like this, and then ended up being pipped at the post. Keane Barry, big moment here. Can he find treble 18? Oh, he's gone bull tops. Oh, and he's hit it as well, Keane Barry.
$100.
Well, Dimitri Van den Berg has just edged out Louis Williams in a last leg decider. Relief for the Belgian number 1.
34.
As Keane Barry gets himself within striking distance of Ross Montgomery in this leg. 11 segment. Bullseye it is. Oh, proper darts. Ross Montgomery with a 12 darter. Seen one in this game, but he's got a chance here if he can set up well.
96.
That's okay. He's already taken out 110 checkout in this match. If he can add a 114 to the list, he'll be 5-3 up.
140.
It's on.
74.
Oh, it looked inviting, didn't it? That's quite a good marker for Keane Barry, that just below the double top bed. But Ross the Boss misses his 2 at tops, and this is a great opportunity for the 20-year-old. One that he takes. It's a 16-darter. Looking like the end for Ross the Boss.
100.
As Keane Barry is picking up trebles with regularity. Perhaps not as many as he might expect, because that first dart has been looking very, very good.
43.
But he'll probably just look to set this up, no matter where the first one goes.
99.
It's been a very, very impressive display from a very, very impressive young player. Averaging well over 100. One of the
44.
highest averages we've seen so far today. Right up there with Peter Snakebite Wright. Can he finish it off? Double 16. Oh, there you go. Skidding that one into the double 16. But if somebody like Ross Smith were to win a title, he's done that before. And if somebody like Roby John Rodriguez to reach a final, he's done that before in very recent days.
91.
Adrian Lewis, Andrew Gilding were to have deep runs. They did that yesterday. All of a sudden, Brendan Dolan is in a spot to bother.
95.
And remember, this is the second of 4 events we've got, so there is going to be some fluidity. Oh, double 8. That's fluid. Liquid darts from Brendan Dolan. Took this out in the first leg. Not going to take it out here.
58.
This time he does go for the 18s rather than the bullseye, so, I mean, he's aware of the shot. I just don't know when he's going to go there and when he isn't.
That match I just mentioned, by the way,
58.
on Roby John Rodriguez's board. So they've lost Scott Mitchell and Rob Cross. Remain with Max Hopp and Eddie Lovely. 24 scored there by Brendan Dolan. So now 32.
Game shot.
He gets that done. Yeah, just to return to that. May only be a dart of the bull at the end of this combo, if he so chooses to go that way. May even start on it.
Well, starting on the big 4, it's an option, not a very good one. And that's an even worse one to follow.
24.
And this is an absolutely shocking couple of visits from Jimi Hendrix. He's just welcoming Brendan Dolan back into this leg, because 66, he may only get 1 dart at a double from there. If that, he may not even be allowed to go at it. Double 12 for a 141. Oh, it would have been a game changer.
29.
Well, it's been hapless Hendrix in the last couple of visits, and he still may only get 1 dart at double, and that's if he stays straight, which he struggled to do in the previous visit. And that was aimed at the bull and has hit the 17. He does get a dart at double 16, but hasn't hit it. So Dolan can restore order in this match.
Jimi Hendrix has had 9 darts from 130 and only got 1 at double 16. Double 3. Oh dear me, Brendan.
No score.
Well, he's been missing all of a sudden on the outer ring, Brendan Dolan, and Hendrix gets another opportunity. 2 8s. And he works his way in and works his way level. Little cagey this, isn't it?
134.
That is a good, firm, solid visit from Jimi Hendrix, who leaves 116 after a dozen darts, and Brendan Dolan has been the master of his own downfall.
140.
Good response, though.
It is, but is it enough? Could be a match dart here for Jimi Hendrix. Not going to get it, and Brendan Dolan, can he conjure up
56.
a ton plus checkout? So deadly on the doubles in the first half of the game. He has been missing in action since halfway point, but he does get a dart. And that is 9 in a row missed by Brendan Dolan, and it is going to be match darts for a 6-4 victory, an unlikely one at that for Jimi Hendrix, who was 4-1 down in this contest.
Double top. And he completes the Dolan destruction. Looking at the other contenders in that race, there have been wins now for Simon Whitlock
135.
and Keane Barry, who we saw on this stream earlier on. Whitlock getting the better of Jeff Smith 6-4, but he's on a very difficult board, which includes Luke Humphries
140
and Mervyn King. Well, that's a 50 for Van der Voort. Go on, go for one ball. More sensible.
$97.
Well, he's left tops once again. A double he hasn't missed. All 3 legs won on that target for Vincent van der Voort. And I was just saying that what's happened before is no indication as to what's about to happen. And that's why he's missed. And he's missed again. And again. And all of a sudden there's an opportunity for Krzysztof Tkachuk to complete a big combination on the ball to steal the leg. 57 to get that dart at the button. Can he push the button? Not quite. He gave it a good go. 5 in bits for Vincent van der Voort. He will be in bits if he lets this leg slip. Good stuff.
Game shot.
Gathered himself. And once again after 6 he's on 181.
140.
And it could be back-to-back 11 darters to finish the job.
$140.
Well, it won't be. 23 remaining, maybe a 7. Oh, well, that's okay.
Game shot.
That's fine.
Staying focused. He's not playing his A-grade stuff, but he's picked up a couple of wins today. But there are people making bigger headlines. People like
104.
Raymond van Barneveld, like Mike De Decker, averaging 104 against John Worsley. They're proper performances. This could be a proper checkout.
57.
He feels robbed.
Yeah, proper leg, proper attempt to break from Michael Smith. Missed 2 darts at a double after taking only 10 to get there. And Mensah Suljovic slams home the advantage and makes him pay. That's what he does. So he's thinking, it's a bit like a snooker player, isn't it? Thinking 3 or 4 shots ahead.
Such a good thinker is Suljovic.
105.
And we've got 2 of the best counters here in world darts. This is to win. We're at that point, Murph, where it's 2 holds and a break for Smith.
99.
The break doesn't matter if you don't get the hold in leg 9.
May stay there. Lovely dart, lovely finish. Michael Smith.
Michael Smith is a counting genius.
Well, he's got a big hurdle to get over here. And it's one that's getting bigger and bigger.
145.
And again, Suljovic making use of that middle segment and making it easier for him to win the match at this visit. Had he just gone for a 20, it would have been 81 and maybe having to finish on the ball. Now he guarantees himself a dart at the outer ring.
It's almost old school Suljovic, this. And it's a winning Suljovic as well. That's a great 11 darter to finish off this contest in 10 legs. The 3rd seed, Michael Smith, lost in the previous match on this board. Gerwyn Price out. Adrian Lewis gone. His quest for a solidified match play spot will have to wait another day as he loses out to a very good Matt Campbell by 6 legs to 5. And Simon Whitlock, the 32nd seed, out to Mike Kuyvenhoven. A big blow to him. Could be a big blow to Evans.
142.
Extremely close to a tied match. Great treble 14 to leave 32. Just a little bit of stepping to the right to open up the bed.
Game shot.
And he opened it up brilliantly. What a great dart there from Lee Evans. Was beaten by Peter in those quarterfinals. Stay straight and high.
100.
There you go. Lovely job. He's leaving tops a lot in this game. He's had mixed fortunes on it.
44.
And I think that's the white flag raised in leg 8. As White is starting to do what he did in the first couple of legs.
Game
And
shot.
he's had mixed fortunes on double 10, but this time he dips his bread very well, leaving 92 after 12. He piled all the pressure on his opponent with that maximum to start this final leg. And finally,
180.
White comes back with a little blow of his own. Is there a twist in the tail in this one as they even up the count on the maximums? One more tune to play on both hands for Lee Evans. Double 16.
$76.
Gives one more chance to White. What does he do? Downstairs. And doesn't get the 2 shots at tops.
58.
And this is what I love about this sport more than anything else. White is going to try and leave himself on tops. He has to wait.
97.
But nobody can win this match but Lee Evans. No gimmies. No appeals, no nothing. The only way to win is to win it yourself. You have to hit this double.
Game shot.
And he can with his 5th match dart. Danny Noppert has taken out James Wade. So Wade, he's not going to get his
96.
first title in a while. In fact, Danny Noppert is going to take on Matt Campbell next. That could be interesting. That is extremely brilliant
165.
from Dimitri Vandenberg. He showed a little bit of a relaxed nature earlier in this match, but now he's starting to find a bit more
140.
focus and a bit more pace. Not to mention
shot.
accuracy, because it's now 4-2. That's about all I've got right now for this leg. Here comes the bad news.
137.
There it is, a 137 to leave tops. Another superb approach, but it's Waits who gets first poke. And he's
Game shot.
fixing the outer ring. Gets first look. It's a big look. But it's an unsuccessful one. 66 left.
100.
Very little left. All you can do now is approach the table and hope that the referee doesn't say game shot in the match. He's going to stay there for double 11.
80.
It wasn't close in the end. It was a very fine try, but he dragged that double 11 shot by a good half an inch to the left. And Waits wins.
shot and the
6 legs to 5. After missing one match start, Dimitri can't get the job done.
Down to a 2 dart. So the question is, can Gilding be on something similar? Well, he should be from there.
Silly question, really.
Oh, could be on a 1 darter.
180.
That's exactly what he's done. The pressure is applied by Goldfinger and can smash stand up to it.
Dimitri Vandenberg had this in the previous match, and he found the 60, but not the double 19. Still a chance. Treble 19. And Gilding's looking to double that lead, and I get the feeling that the break is imminent.
Back-to-back 13 darters. That's
Game
exactly what it is. And struggling at the minute, Martin. That roll of the shoulders, that sort of signature Martin Lukeman approach to the Oki, which we're all getting a lot more familiar with because we're seeing it an awful lot.
I'll give you some of the latest scores from the last 16 at the conclusion of this leg. It's not going to beat this visit. And you sense that maybe Lukeman needs something like a 160 checkout. But if you look at how many darts he's thrown in this fourth leg, if you're sitting on 160, Dan, you want to be doing that after 12 at most, not 15.
94.
Yeah, and you don't want to see Andrew Gilding on tops at the time you're having a look at it either. If this doesn't go, Gilding's got multiple darts for a 4-0 lead. So does it have to go? It might go. He's trying to get out of the way of those flights. He doesn't even know which way to go, left or right. Well, it looks like he's staying exactly the same place. And he pins it anyway. What a shot, Martin Lukeman.
And I mean nobody. Treble 19. Found. You can see plenty of double 10.
67.
He's having a few dodgy darts, but not many. And again, Lukeman needs it.
Can he find tops again?
96.
He can't this time. It's only his second dart at double. One's been at the end of a 116, one's been at the end of a 160. He's not being given a sniff by Andrew Gilding. Going to have to tidy it up again. And double 2 is where the tidying is done. That is plumb in the middle of the double 2 bed. 5-1. He has already chucked 100+ average a dozen times on the Players' Championship Series this year.
140.
He is set to make it 13. And that's with some questionable doubling in little spells in this game. He wasn't missing anything at the start. He missed some doubles in the middle, but he's still going to romp to victory.
85.
And Martin Lukeman has not had any answers to it at all. He had to hit a 160 checkout just to get a single leg in this one.
Doesn't need to go for the 12. He can do what he wants.
Game shot.
And what he does is win with an amazing performance yet again.
He's going to cut it. And he certainly hasn't been firing in the 180s as he can. Only hit 7 in 4 games of
140.
darts. That's not really what Ryan Searle's about.
$100.
Shanghai finish for Zonneveld. A more tricky one for heavy metal, but that's a good start. Double 18. Oh, yes. Now we are talking. 20,
55.
treble 15, double top. That's the wish list. Does he get what he wants? No, not quite. Treble 10 would be his usual route, which is always trying to get round that dart in the 15. In fact,
76.
he ends up going up the board towards the 18s. Doesn't work out for him. We've seen this before, Niels. And it's
86.
almost exactly the same outcome. He's just a tiny little bit low on that double top.
Game shot.
And I think that Ryan Searle will be heading through to the semi-finals. 4-1, another break of throw. But eventually, it might be.
128.
Absolute deluge of trebles that he's chucking at Neil Zonneveld, and the youngster's not really able to stand up to it at the minute.
133.
He's not a million miles away in this game, but he's far enough away. Double top.
Game shot.
Roby John Rodriguez's run here in Barnsley today, but not before Roby John has put himself in line to go to the World Match Play.
128.
Can he fill it up? He can fill it up, and it means he gets to a finish. But Zonneveld is already there. And it's on. He goes 2 tops. He gets 2 tops, and Neil Zonneveld, well, on the brink of defeat, he's found something as Zigzag Zonneveld. How many chances will Ryan Searle need if he gets to match darts? He will want them at double top. He missed one when he already had a dart in double top for that tops finish of 100.
But
he's going to get loads of chances here. He will get to double top by hook or by crook, I think.
90.
That's exactly what he's done. And this is what Ryan Searle wanted. Looking at tops, 3 darts in hand for the victory.
100.
Yes, Zonneveld is down to a finish, but it's probably academic. Because Ryan Searle on double top seals the victory. Well, it was an advantage that Cool Hand held in this leg, and he's kind of surrendered it with a couple of poor visits.
55. $60.
Both on 76. Noppy gets the first crack at it for a 3-0 lead over the number 1 seed.
$56.
Well, he's going to go to tops and 10s. Danny Noppert.
72.
And they haven't really been working as much as he'd like, but Luke Humphries misses. And 10 is there again. Luke Humphries doesn't punish him. There have been little opportunities for Luke, and he's just not scored as well as he has done throughout this year.
135.
Noppy's going to get more opportunities here. He went in search of the 180 that would have left double 15. Bit of a dead cat shot. Almost to distract your opponent. Danny Noppert has his eyes firmly on the prize. But they won an awful lot. And they were put in difficult positions in a lot of those tournaments. Found ways to turn it around. Luke Humphries has already pulled off one act of escapology today against Mike Kyvenhoven.
49.
Can he pull off another one here? Or can Danny Noppert consign him to a semi-final defeat? That 110 checkout makes it much more likely.
$92.
Ridiculously, Danny Noppert only has 2 PDC titles to his name. One of these won back in 2018, and of course that UK Open. It's bizarre to have seen him so regularly in the semi-finals of PDC events, more than 20 times, and yet he's only got the 2 titles. He's consistently one of the most dangerous players around, but he hasn't got the title haul that you would expect him to have. A maximum from Luke Humphries applies the pressure, but Danny Noppert should get a match dart. He might even get 2. He does get 2. And the top seed is defeated. Danny Noppert is through to the final today.